Hey everyone! So as you could see from the opening video, there's like a giant stack of journals here, which is basically all the journaling I've done last year. Well, I started journaling in the middle of last year actually, thanks to the lockdown. You know, it's basically another hobby I picked up because I was kind of bored during lockdown. So this is going to be like a really long and chatty video, so I hope you guys enjoy. So this is the journal that kind of got me started on this whole other stack of journals. I've always watched journaling videos for the aesthetic of it all, but I'm not really into bullet journaling because I don't have a lot of stuff that I really want to track all that much. But then I started watching like these two channels, and I thought daily journaling was kind of a fun thing to do. So yeah, most of the chunk here is basically my daily journaling. But anyway, this I kind of say I don't like tracking stuff, but I mean, I don't like tracking my daily things, but certain statistics are kind of interesting. So this was actually a reading journal tracker kind of thing. So yeah, it was the lockdown and there wasn't much to do because I didn't have any work projects. So the hobby that I really got into was my reading, and there was it was this month in April where I kind of set a challenge for myself to read one book a day for 20 days, I think. And I didn't really finish it, but I did, as you can see, I did read like quite a lot of books, and I really wanted to kind of see how much I could read in a day, like what my reading speed was, which averaged out to be about 306 pages a day. So, I mean, it was kind of fun to track and see how fast I can read, which I think ended up being about 100 pages an hour. So, yeah, this was where I got started because then I thought it was really fun. So, the more journaling videos I also started to watch, the more I wanted to start a daily journal, and so that's what I did. As you see, as the months went on, my hobby focus, I guess, switched from reading to journaling. So yeah, the whole of July I didn't read anything, and after that I average about 2 books a month, I think. Yeah, so this was the last one for 2020 because in December I got a work project that was kind of rushed, so I didn't have time to do much things, so definitely reading was not one of them. So yeah, this is my really short book journal tracker thing, but it kind of got me started on all these other journals, and I do still want to track my books in 2021, but I kind of have a different system for it now because I know I can't really read an insane amount of books every month, but I'll go through that in my 2021 journals video. So I hope you guys look forward to that too. So this chunk is 3 books of me daily journaling basically every single day. You can see they're super thick because I like to keep my journals not just to have a record of what I did every day, but also I keep little ephemera inside, like my receipts and envelopes I got because I did a bit of pen paling and stationery exchanges too. So yeah, it's a lot. I do have videos where I set these up, so you can see that when I started out, basically for the whole of last year, all the journals that I used were reused notebooks, which is why I did so much decoration in them, because they usually have like little logos at the side, which I really wanted to cover. So this is the first one, and as you can see, I started basically in June. So this is a thing that I've kept for the whole year, but really I started putting this piece of paper down because the marker image bled to the other side and I kind of wanted to cover it with something, so I just put this cute memo pad, and it was weird to leave it blank, so I just put some dates that I needed to remember for the month. So when I started out, I didn't really have a lot of stickers or washi. Like, this is the first new washi set that I bought. Before that, I only had like 2 or 3 washi that I bought from artists and a little Instax printer. So I mean, it's kind of interesting to see where I started, but I'm not really a fan of how these first months of pages are set up, because I don't really like the look of them. And also, this is when I started my YouTube channel, because I thought it would be fun to have a video record of like my hauls and stuff that I've journaled, and especially my monthly and right now yearly flip-throughs. I thought it would be fun to see the progress of my journaling. So yeah, that's why I started this YouTube channel. And like, even after a few days, I kind of regretted doing this like diagonal thing to write dates, because I realized I like things kind of neat and aligned. So this little diagonal thing that I had to keep consistent the whole month at least kind of irritated me the whole month as well. Oh, and because I didn't have any work projects to do, I took a few workshops. So it's kind of like going back to school again, but online. So there's a lot of class notes in these few months as well. I didn't really have a lot of memo pads, not like my current collection right now, so I drew a lot of my own and just printed them out on my printer. I kind of like the look of it, but my printer doesn't really have the best colors, so they kind of turned out a bit dull. And I think anime journaling is really fun. I love watching people do anime journals, but I don't think I watch enough of them to really keep one consistently, so I just either do it in my actual daily journal, or as you'll see later on, I have a ring journal that is just for random fun stuff. So once in a while I might do some anime journaling entries in that. I try to mostly keep myself to like one A5 page a day, so I really like doing these little like flappy sections where I can like put more images or write more things. And I just kind of really like these kind of books anyway in the first place, like having things that can, well, I mean nothing here pops up, but I love pop-up books. If I had the space to keep them in my house, I would just have a collection of pop-up books. I like that tactile feeling of like flipping paper and cardboard, I think. So this is July. And yeah, like many people, I really got into Animal Crossing during the lockdown as well. Nowadays I play it kind of on and off because it's hard to dedicate the time to log in every single day, but I really love it. It's my first Animal Crossing game, and I didn't think that I would like it as much as I do, but also because I have a lot of friends playing it, so that's always fun. So this is when I got my Canon printer, and if you look at the entries from this day onwards, there's so many photos because I could just print them out whenever I wanted to. And also it's a bit better than my Polaroid printer because like one Polaroid adds so much thickness to the page, and like around this point it was really getting kind of out of hand. This is just a bunch of tracking numbers because there was a day where I had to send out a huge number of packages, so I just decided to keep them here. And this is the last page. All this was just 2 months. So yeah, these are really thick journals. And this is the next one. I drew the front and back cover myself, and I just printed them out using my photo printer, so it's like divided into 9 sections. so that it covers the whole front page. I really like doing it like this, but the lines kind of bother me and it's hard to get the exact size of it. So I mean, I kind of like the design, but the execution is kind of eh. From this journal, by the time I wrote in this journal, I had quite a huge collection of washi and stickers, so I do prefer the designing of the pages from this journal onwards. And I feel I really got to understand my journaling aesthetic. Like, I just really like using memo pads, and any available space I'll just cover with washi. So that's basically how this book and the next book looks like. I don't really have like a theme for the entire month, or yeah, just every day at the end of the day when I do my journaling, usually I just find something that I want to use. It could be a certain washi or a memo pad that kind of fits the theme of what I did the day, and I just go from there. So like, I just choose that one thing and I kind of center that day spread around those one or maybe two things. Yeah, and in one month I go through a lot of these photo printer papers. Sometimes, like, there's a day that I do a single spread and another day that I either do a double spread or it's the next month. So there's always these blank pages that I always think that I want to put like an image or a picture on it, but I end up not doing because I can't really decide what I want to put. So once in a while there'll be just a blank page here. So this was my birthday month, and also it was the month that instead of just, well, in August I didn't have any, but instead of just a note here for important dates, I put a whole mini calendar because I do like really discreetly track one or two things, and I used to do it at if you can look here, if you can see here, at the very sides of the dates I used to track things, but I thought it would look better if I could see them overall in a tiny calendar, so that's what I started doing here next to the cover pages. mean, like last year I was 27, this year I'm 28, so I don't really make a big deal out of celebrating my birthday or anything, but it's just fun to hang out with friends and eat cake, definitely. And also I really like, because I went to Universal Studios, and I really like how I decided to keep these photos. Like I wrote little things at the back of them as well, and I stick them all into this leftover packaging. I just thought it was a really fun idea, and I like how I can just pull them out and a whole stack of photos just falls out. And then they just go back in. So this is a postcard that my friend got from Taiwan, but even though there's an address here, she didn't actually post it to me. She kind of handed it to me when when we met up. But even though holidays are like a thing that can't really happen now, but whenever me and my friends, whenever each of us goes on holiday, we like just sending postcards to each other from wherever we traveled, because it's kind of a fun little thing. I mean, people don't really mail things nowadays, so it's kind of fun to have something pop up in your mailbox that's not like bills or something. And so it's kind of interesting to see how fast it can take a postcard to travel from like one end of the world to the other. Sometimes like not much happens in a day, so it's also kind of hard to know what to journal, and that's when I really stick these gigantic stickers just to fill up space. For 2021, I've actually not downgraded, but I'm using an A6 ring binder instead of like an A5 notebook, so I'm really enjoying it so far. As I record this, it's the 5th of January, so I've only done like 4 entries, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like I really like the size, and I like using ring binders in general. So yeah, it's definitely less pressure when there's less space to fill up. And if you've seen, everything has been super colorful, so I think this is my only more or less monochromatic page layout, but I kind of really like the style, so I might do a few more in this year's daily journal entries. This is just, I think I went to a mini artist alley. Like it was only the artist alley, not a convention in a small mall. And yeah, it was fun to just go through artist booths again. And I just kept all the name cards with me here. Yeah, like that's one thing I'm really enjoying about keeping this journal, is that all these ephemera, which I usually would have just kind of kept in one box somewhere and never looked at it again, I can just put it here, and if I want to see what I did that day, I can also see where I got things from. So yeah, I'm really enjoying journaling also for that reason. the end, and also once again this was 2 months. So I really love the design of this. As you can see, compared to like the first journal, I definitely have a lot of washi to spare. So I did like a rainbow theme kind of thing and just a few of some of my favorite washi. And like this sticker I've had for quite a few years, and I really love this artist because it's from a Lolita brand that I really love too. But you know that thing with stickers where you love the look of it and you don't really know where to stick it because, you know, once you put it down it's permanent. So I like that I have a place to put it finally, because my journals are things that I will keep and look back on for years. So yeah, it has a place. So I went to my friend's house, and I think there were like 5 of us because there can only be 5 people, and we ate this whole box of pancake mix as taiyaki. Yeah, it was a delicious idea, but also really not a good idea. That was the only thing I ate the whole day, which is definitely not very healthy, but fun. Oh, yeah, and you can see all the way back in October. This is, you'll see it in the 2021 video, but that is the A6 ring binder journal that I'm using as my daily journal right now. Yeah, really enjoying it. So we went to Universal Studios again because there was like this promotion way back, like at the beginning of the year. So me and my friends, we all had the annual passes. So it was like nearly once a month that we just went to hang out and have fun. So on this day, I just really wanted to dress up and look at all the Halloween decorations. Well, I do have a video anyway. So yeah, that's what we did, and because I liked all the photos so much, I just did a little really narcissistic mini photo book for myself. Yeah, but it was fun. It's not just photos. I also like wrote down how I felt and what happened that day, all that kind of thing. So yeah, it's fun to look back on. So like I mentioned, I don't really read a lot, but mostly because I don't set aside the time to read. But sometimes when I do, and like I read a book that I love and there's a sequel that's already out that I can read as well, I'll just binge them both in one day. Yeah, so that's what happened here. And this is a trilogy, and the final book comes out this year, not sure when, like February maybe. So it's fun to read the first book and then the second book immediately, and then kind of regret it when the third book's not out yet and kind of ends up on a cliffhanger. But that's the fun of reading, I guess. As you can see in the further journal entries, like other than these special occasions where I really go to somewhere interesting and there's lots of things to stick down, I have less and less of these like flippy sections, because like the more cute little memo pads I get, the less I want to hide them. So I try to have like a spread, just have maybe 2 or 3 memo pads and the other little spaces I just cover with washi. Yeah. I mean, I still really like flipping things, but I also really like looking at all the cute memo pad designs. And yeah, this is the day I officially reached 3 digits on my YouTube channel, which is really great, but also it was towards the end of November, and December is when I got this huge work project, so I couldn't update my YouTube channel for like several weeks, which is kind of sad. So the next few videos are mainly things that are like wrap-ups for the year and stuff that I wanted to post in December, but there wasn't the time to edit them. So I hope you enjoy the next few uploads, because there will be so many of them. Yeah, I really like doing these little vinyl toy blind boxes. Yeah, I mean, I only choose the ones which I'm sure that I would be fine with most of them if I get them, or like all of them at least, because it's kind of sad to open and keep something that you don't really like. But I mean, I don't buy them often as well, because I don't have that much space in my house to display them. But yeah, they're fun, and I really love their designs, and the colors are always so bright and cheerful, so they're really great decorations. If you notice, my fingers are mostly always painted, so I also like that whenever I get a new bottle of polish, I swatch them in my journals. This whole spread is also something that I filmed, but I haven't really edited it yet, so I hope you look forward to it in a future video. Probably not anytime soon, maybe in February. finally reached Christmas. Not that I really celebrate it. I mostly, I don't even really get gifts. I just, as usual, hang out with friends and eat a lot of food. But it's fun. And yeah, the New Year's Eve celebration was also friends and food. So all that was 3 months in a book this time, because I really wanted to I didn't want to have like December just in one book. So yeah, I tried to control myself with the number of spreads and amount of stuff that I stuck down so that I could fit all 3 months into this one book. So yeah, that was basically daily journaling for six months, half a year basically. Yep, that's a lot. And this last journal that I have is really just for fun. There's not much in it yet, but it's just whatever I feel like. Like sometimes I feel like putting video ideas, sometimes I put in earworms. These are entries that I've decorated for videos. So far there's only one. Yeah. And journaling challenges, I haven't really done any. And some collabs. If you've seen, I did a video of me setting this up. And this is another collab. The video for this is not up yet. Again, it might probably only be up in February, maybe. I might aim for the end of January, which is the anniversary of when this show sadly ended. But yeah, this was not done by me. Me and my sister, we kind of did like our collaboration was like an exchange collaboration. So I decorated a 2-page spread and she decorated this 2-page spread and we exchanged it. So mine is in her journal and hers is in mine. So yeah, I look forward to that video, especially if you like this couple. And yeah, that's all really. I was watching a lot of journaling videos, and also I follow a lot of Instagram accounts, and I thought like 6 ring binders looked fun, so I just bought one off Shopee to play around with. And yeah, whenever I have the time or if there's a challenge that intrigues me, I'll just add to this little thing. So that was all my journals for 2020. Sorry, this is kind of a long and very rambly-ish video, but I hope you enjoy. Yeah, so thank you!